Okay, here's another video that I would do real quick. It's three different circuit boards, and we'll start off with this one. This came out of one of those kids' toys, you know, with the little car that they can ride around in electronically. And the only reason why I kept this because there's probably some good components on here, but a lot of it's trash. Like the relays are probably still good. Those might be good. Capacitor, I'm not going to trust. I'm not going to worry about the capacitors. These are old, you know, Mexico. They burst and go bad easily. These are the Japanese capacitors here. These little guys are the Japanese ones. I'll probably take those off. They're surface mount. I can take all these surface mount components off and check them. But for the most part, this is the component that fried. And all these are probably just bad. I'll probably take the heat sinks off and save those, but everything else is probably toast. So I'm not going to try too hard to save everything, just like ones like these relays, that little conductor, and then maybe these further away components from the damage. It really cracked right down in there. You can't see it very well, but it split the transistor in half. And the guy said that it just started running and wouldn't stop, and looks like it got water damage. That's what shorted it out and caused this one to go into thermal runaway and killed the system. So anyway, so I'm not even trying to fix that one. So that's that one. This one came out of a HVAC system. You have a 24 volt AC input, and I believe in a common input. And this is like, it says ID fan. It's for a fan, and that's for something else. Continuous maybe. I don't work on HVAC per se. This has got conformal coating on everything, so almost nothing here, but maybe the relays are salvageable because it'd be too difficult trying to get all that crap off. I'm not going to bother. It's conformal coated on this side, so to get the relays out, all I'm going to do is heat those up the best I can and yank them out. So I'll probably salvage those. The rest is probably no good. It came out of an old system. Not sure if it's any good. There's another HVAC board. This came out of a furnace. It's got good relays. It's not conformal coated, so a lot can be captured. It does have a coating on the back side, but it's just a light coating. It can be scratched off easily. It's actually peeling off due to age. So you got all these diodes that are good. You got these two resistors that are good. Not sure what this exactly does yet. I think it's a control circuit for when certain things happen. It responds, but then you got another circuit here. This looks like it's a ULN 2003. This is a you can drive motors with it. It's got 1 amp outputs on it. Off the top of my head, all I know is you can use these for servo motors and stuff if you want. But what they're using in here, I'm not sure. I'd have to trace it out. Yeah, these big resistors good. These resistors are all good, unless they're visibly damaged or cracked. You got a switch here. You got these connectors here, which you can salvage. This board is for salvage. It's not good for anything else. There's a big capacitor there. So thought I'd show you guys. You got your humidity, your common, your WYRG. These 4 wires are for, if I remember correctly, I think G is for ground. Trying to remember. I know one goes to your heating, one goes to your cooling, and I forget what the R is. But these would be hooking to your thermostat on the wall that you have when you set your heater. So that's where all this stuff goes. And this is humidifier, I guess. It's an LED. You could probably take that out if you want. I got so many of them, I'm not going to even bother with that. These little connectors sometimes are good if you want to salvage that. Looks like that one's loose. Maybe that's what was wrong with it. Maybe that's why they threw it out. I just noticed that. It's amazing what you find out when you look at something closer. So anyway, I thought I'd show this off. It's pretty cool. I got one more circuit I'll show you. This one's giving me lots and lots of dust. Little fragments of that stuff that's peeling off. Here's another circuit. And, oh, they got it. It's kind of big. Here you go. Bet you guys can't guess what this came out of. It took me a while to figure it out. Somebody on the channel, I posted this before, but somebody else actually figured it out. So I figured I'd do a video with the other circuits with it. And as someone pointed out before, this is in fact power supply. Where is it? This is the mains input. This is your main input. This is your ground. So this goes directly into the system. over here on this center board, connects over here, and then goes along here, comes back through here, and goes to the power supply. Power supply outputs here, which there's some more pigtails there. These are all for the switch, whatever's being switched here. So you got several different switched items there. Some of it comes from here, but a lot of the switch stuff comes from over there. So it's got an antenna right here. There's a little. Sorry, it's not easy to see. I'll have to change my lighting setup. I've got a really bright light up overhead, but there's a RF module there, and again, there's pictures online of this. I did some pictures. Get all these wires situated. So there's a big resistor in here for some reason. I guess they're using it as a current limiter for something. That's the control box. If you have a control box that is used for it. Oh, before I forget, this thing came out of a sauna, in one of those infrared saunas. It would be in the top above where you can't see it. There's a fuse there, your relays for switching here. Some of the outputs of this go to this one of these pigtails out here. Nothing's labeled. They have these numbers on the things, which I think corresponded to wherever it came from. I think this is a regulator here, another regulator here. Either this is a switcher. One is a regulator, one's a switcher. The regulator need 5 volts for that chip down there. That is an ST, I forget, ST Micro, something like that. So this is a microcontroller here. It's connected to that. It's received signals from the Wi-Fi unit, which is a wireless box that sends signals to it to turn things on and off. Now you have these wires here, which go to a spot right by the right here. They come in here, and underneath, you can't see it, but it actually has PWM. So the microcontroller sending PWM signals to these, which can dim lights and control outputs. So I think that's for, and you got your opto, your opto isolators there. So that's pretty much it. I don't know what the voltage is off the top of my head because I never really turned it on and measured it, but I believe you'd have, looks like you have a couple of different voltages. It's got a ground that runs that way. You got 2 wires going that way. One goes over here and one goes over here. It's probably 24 and 5 maybe, or 12 and 5, who knows. I haven't really played around with it. I was going to pull this out, save these. I can use this. I can apply PWM by another processor and have a buffer circuit for it, because they're not using a buffer on this. I don't know why. Anything goes wrong with that, it's going to kill that microcontroller. But remove this board, put an Arduino next to it with the switching mechanism that they have here for it. Reroute everything, and I could use it to turn on and off lights or run a pump or something. Different things. So that's how I'm going to repurpose this. I got the top to it too. It's right here. Little top that goes on it. So I'm going to keep the case and everything and use it for repurpose it. But this, I'm going to probably scrap it because I don't have the code or a way of figuring out how to talk to this. Without that information, it's pretty much useless other than scrapping for components. It's got some good components on it. Really nice. But anyway, there you go. That's the story on that guy. And that's all I got for this video. Enjoy.